and I'm breaking them down. I be mobile, I'm on your town. What you need, I got zips, I got pounds. I know shit.
What's good, YouTube? I'm back again with another video. And in today's video, we about to be reacting to John Deloney show. The Dr. John Deloney show, right? I've been watching for a little bit now, and a lot of his content is, like, some of it's pretty insane, and some of it's, you know, actually helpful. I'm pretty sure he's like a therapist. I guess he works with, actually, I'm not going to say who he works with because I'm not exactly too sure, but he does have his own YouTube channel, and his videos have been popping. I just got put onto him. Well, I didn't get put onto him, but his videos did just pop up on my feed. So we go check out one of these videos, and it's called "I Hooked Up with a Coworker. She Has a Boyfriend." I'm not too sure what this is about to entail, but let's get into it and check it out. Right? Okay. All right, man. Let's see what Dr.
What's up?
Hold on.
What's going on, John? How are you? Good. What's up with you? Not too much, man. Just want to start off by saying I really appreciate your content. I just came across you, I would say, like a couple weeks ago, and found myself listening to you before bed, and I love what you got to say, so I appreciate your insight. Well, I appreciate that. Go ahead and grab a ladle and drink some of the Kool-Aid.
Now, what y'all do, bro? What y'all do? He said he hooked up with his coworker. Now, I'm not too sure what the context is, but imagine, she has a man. So imagine, like, you find out your girl is messing with her coworker. Imagine that. I'd be sick. Boy, I'd be sick, man. I'd be sick.
Man, you can be in the gang. We're happy to have you. So what's up, man? Thanks. Not too much. I just had a quick question. I figured I'd give you some context before I get into the actual situation itself. So, I'm a byproduct of divorce. So my birth parents...
Already? I'm not. He said I hooked up. I'm assuming this dude. I'm assuming this dude hooked up with a girl, just off the fact that he said I hooked up with my coworker and she has a boyfriend. I'm sure the dude on the phone doesn't sound like a girl. So right now, it sounds like he's already making excuses.
Split up when I was very young, and then after that relationship, each of them got remarried, and then both of them got divorced after that.
Damn.
In all three instances, it was a result of infidelity on someone's part. So growing up, I kind of told myself, you know, that's something that I'm going to try not to do, you know, just try and be with people who are single, because obviously I see how it affects other people, especially as you get older. So going into my question, I went on a work trip with the job recently, meeting a co-worker.
Not the work trip. Not on the work trip. That's insane, bro. That's insane.
You know, we've always been friends, but recently...
And that's tough. That's tough. That's disgusting.
Recently, I felt like she was kind of turning up the heat on me, and things were getting a little, you know, this is sexual, I would say. Like, kind of flirted with me at work and whatever else, but I tried not to pay too much mind to it. On the work trip, we all went out drinking after, you know, our conference, and I got a knock on my door at 2 a.m. I was pretty intoxicated, and next thing I knew, things got pretty intimate with this coworker. So yeah, I'm kind of just stuck.
And you know what's crazy? She knocked on his door. She knocked on his door. That's enough said, bro.
In this spot now where you know, I'm not too proud of myself. You know, obviously there was alcohol involved, but that's not like a good enough excuse. Like, I knew what I was doing, and this person has a boyfriend, and I'm single, but still I just feel terrible about it, and I'm wondering, you know, how do I kind of put this in the rear view
Miles,
and, you know,
from Ontario,
past it, because I feel awful.
Canada, eh? Whoa! I ain't asked for this. I might need to get YouTube Premium, bro. I ain't asked for all that.
What do you feel awful about? Just knowing that the person is in a relationship, and you know, there have been times where I've gone out and things have happened with women, and then I end up finding out after the fact that they have a boyfriend. I feel like that's a bit different. Like, there isn't really much I can do.
That's
in
crazy.
That scenario.
That's crazy.
In this case, I knew going into it that she had a boyfriend, and I still went ahead with it. So just knowing that, and you know, looking at my past and what I've been through as a result of decisions like that, I just, you know, I don't feel great knowing that, you know, there's a guy out there who's you know, just been cheated on, and I'm like a part of it, you know. Yeah, I actually think there's something deeper.
It's crazy that
Are you willing to go?
Not a lot of guys are like Miles. There's a lot of guys out there who wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, well, she is a goer. She chose up. That's what a lot of guys would say. In this situation, his coworker definitely chose up on her man.
One step deeper.
Absolutely.
I think you grew up in a house where people left, people came and went. Is that fair?
Yep.
And as a little boy, you're always wondering, what was so bad about here that they left?
Mm-hmm.
What was so bad about me that they left?
Damn.
Why couldn't they just, what can I do to make this right?
Damn.
And there's a little kid that's really, really lonely. Fair?
Yep.
One of the cheapest, quickest fixes for loneliness is alcohol. One of the cheapest, quickest fixes, it's like an emotional firecracker. We're looking for light so bad that we set everything on fire just so we can see. Is a hookup.
Yep. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And you hook up with somebody, and then you hook up with somebody else, and you hook up with somebody else. And you know as well as I do.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing I do like about Dr. Deloney. Even though he will let you know who you are as a person, he's gonna guide you and help you understand why you're like that. Now Miles, regardless, he's tripping on a work trip. That's super unprofessional to mess with a coworker on a work trip. That's wild. And the fact that she had a man going into it and he still did it, he ain't shit. I ain't gonna lie. He's definitely bottom of the totem pole, bottom of the shoe, bottom of my shoes, bottom of a lot of people's shoes, but that's pretty foul to do. That's pretty vile.
Sex is not great. It's hollow, it's lonely.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get pissed at yourself, and here's why you're getting pissed. Yes, you violated, you feel guilty that you did a thing you said you're never gonna do, right? That's part of it, but deeper than that is you keep banging your head against the same wall and it's not solving the problem. How old are you, man?
25.
25. Everyone tells you you're in the prime of your youth. Sleep around as much as you can. Hook up. This is the time to be doing it. You can settle down later.
Yep.
And that. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That isn't for everybody though. Like, there's people out there you meet that are on that timing, and that's their vibe. That's what they're on. But I just want to make it clear to people, and make it clear to y'all, it doesn't have to be like that at all. Y'all can just live y'all life. Y'all can chill, mind y'all business, and be okay being alone if you're single. If you're single, be okay with being alone. You don't always need to have someone in your space, bro. Seriously. Your mental well-being is special. And anyone that you allow to get in that space, they should appreciate that. So conserve your energy wisely, bruh. Young man, conserve your energy wisely and be conscious of who you are giving yourself to, who you're being around, and who you mess with overall. Because I'm telling you, soul ties is a real thing, bro. So you can't just be out sleeping around and doing whatever you do, bro. Just chill. Chill, pray, and just be on your lonely and be okay with being alone and doing your own thing. Now, I'm not saying be all boring and, be all lazy. I'm just saying do your own thing. Get into a hobby. Find your own hobby. Find your own vibe. Find out what you like to do for yourself. Find out what your plan is moving forward in any aspect, whether it's career, hobbies, friends, relationships, anything, bro. Just understand what you want in your life before you just don't be. Is basically what I'm getting at. Like, you don't need to be giving your body to everybody.
And what's happening is you are surrounded by water and you're out in a boat and you keep dipping the cup out to get a drink and it's salt water.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dying of thirst surrounded by water. You're so disconnected. You're looking for these cheap... You're eating out of a snack machine, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
And until you value yourself enough to get connected relationships elsewhere, you're going to keep waking up with these these moments.
Thanks.
Or you're gonna wake up a dad, right?
Yeah. Right.
You're gonna wake up having to go to the doctor and be like, it itches,
Yeah, fair enough.
right?
Don't want that.
Yeah, facts.
Except you're in Canada, so you're gonna have to wait like 9 months to see the doctor.
Yeah, I get it for free, but next year.
Next year, that's right. You see what I'm saying? Is that ring true at all?
Yeah,
I know it's like an old like curmudgeon, but
Absolutely.
Nah, he bringing up a great point. Dr. Deloney bringing up a great point, bro. You don't want to be in a position to where you going crazy and you done got yourself burnt. That's a whole another thing.
No,
That's
definitely some truth to that. And I talked to friends about this before, and that's actually part of the reason why I'm calling you is because, like I said, I appreciate your insight, but I feel like this is the topic that I tried going to friends about, and I love my friends, but I feel like the conversation just turns into like, oh, like why are you complaining about that? And,
of course, it's the same friends who give you a bunch of money tips, and they're all broke.
That's another thing, bro. It's about who you be around and who you staying around, bro. If you got a solid friend group, bro. Now, this ain't for everybody. Now, in that dude's case, it sounds like his friend group isn't super supportive of that, right? Now, I got homies who would react that way. But at the end of the day, they would understand, like, where we was coming from if that was the case. Like, if I had a homie that was like, oh, bro, like, I'm getting, like, I don't know, finding myself in these situations. Like, a lot of my homies would be like, then just stay on your own, bro. Just mind your business and stop messing with these girls. And stop looking in the wrong places for these girls. Because it sounds like Miles here is looking in the wrong place for a lot of these girls.
No, bro, you gotta buy Bitcoin, and then you gotta like take your points and roll it and they're like, hey, can I borrow $50 for rent?
Exactly.
These are the guys.
I never really get good advice from this stuff.
No.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. If you got a homie in your friend group where you know you could get good advice from, you need to change your friend group. That's facts.
Some elsewhere. And here's what I know. What I'm asking you is a tall order. Because I'm asking you to buck every bit of wisdom you've got. And that you'll continue to get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is quit drinking.
Okay.
Stop. If you could tell me, no, it actually has made me feel better, it's made me make good choices, it helps me do X, Y, and Z, okay, cool. Yeah. But I know you can't tell me that. Because I know the data on alcohol. And I've been 25 too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
For sure.
Second thing is, you have to decide before a night starts that I'm going to be a person that I will respect in the morning.
More than SPF. It's
He just hit the nail on the head, bro.
Sun care expertise.
A lot of people don't think like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I travel all the time. You know who knows where my hotel room is? Nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
know what you mean.
But at some point you said, here's my room number.
Yeah, we're in like the same hotel, like for work. So
no, I stay in the same hotel.
Yeah, facts. He tried to make it seem like Shorty was all on him, like he didn't give her the deets on where to pull up to. That's crazy. He tried to play victim in that moment. Deloney really showed him just now.
Tell with all kinds of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's valid. Yeah.
But it's a choice way up.
He said that's solid. Obviously it is, bro. It's common sense, bro.
Dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell you to get a tattoo of this, but I don't want you to get a no regrets tattoo. So, like, write this down somewhere.
Okay.
Don't forget to remember. Okay? It's an old ADHD saying that we throw around. When I'm getting out of my car, I literally in my mind don't see the cups and the wrappers that I stuffed in the door and all that. But I used to, and now I've just got it so on repeat in my mind, but I used to have a note that I had taped up to my car that said, don't forget to remember. And here's what it was a reminder of. Don't forget to remember how good it feels to get into a clean car.
Mm-hmm.
And I would see it when I was getting out, and I would stop, and I'd turn around, and I would look, where's the trash? And I would see, oh my gosh, right? It would be a whole basket full of it. And I want you to not forget to remember how you have a beautiful woman sitting across from you, and you're 2 drinks in and 3 drinks in, and you think this is going to go be amazing and fun, and I want you to not forget to remember Monday.
Mhm.
When 7-year-old Miles is still asking, I guess she doesn't love me either.
Right.
And I guess she doesn't love me. I guess the next one doesn't. I guess the next one, because you're chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing. And at some point you're playing roulette. You're going to end up with a kid.
Yeah.
At some point you're playing roulette. You're going to end up with something. But beyond that,
Yeah, facts.
it's not fun.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fair?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is fair. No, you're 100% right. I feel like I've been in this spot for a while, and yeah, I just keep bumping my head up against that old concrete wall. So yeah, it's definitely something I need to get.
Yeah, it sound like Miles need to just mind his business and be on his own and figure out what his life for real. It sound like he just need to start minding his business and start finding his own hobbies and being okay with being alone, bruh. Honestly, like seriously.
So I'm gonna tell you to do something kind of cheesy, but I'm being very serious.
Okay.
I want you to write a letter to 30-year-old Miles and his wife.
Okay.
I want you to write a letter to them as a couple. And I want you to discuss the things that you decided to change at 25 to become a person that a woman would look across the table and say, I want to ride or die with you until death do us part.
That's actually sound like a cool exercise.
I'll do that.
And this is when I make some commitments.
If you're watching this and you feel like you need to do that, go ahead and do that, bro. And it don't even got to be for that. Not even about your wife. It got to be like, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Whatever age you want to choose, bro. However old you are, do like 5 years in front of you. Where do you see yourself? Write a letter to your future self. To see where you at and see where you end up by the time you get to that age. I guarantee you do that, you'll end up way further past than what you expected, bro. I promise you. When I was younger, I ain't never wrote a letter to myself, but when like 5 years ago, 23, 5 years ago, I was what, 17? Damn. Hey, don't make fun of me, bro. Hold on, bro. 5 years ago, I was 17. For sure. I was 18 5 years ago, right? At that point in time, I didn't know what my future held, but I knew it was gonna be lit. I knew I was gonna figure something out and be in a good position. So stuff like that work. That manifesting and praying on it, that works.
To honor my psychology, to honor my work. And by the way, at work, you need to tell this woman directly, I'm not texting you anymore. I'm not talking to you anymore. You have a boyfriend. That what we did was wrong, and we're done with that. And if you can't do that, then you need to be a grown up and change jobs, right? At some point, you got to do something drastic.
I already did that for sure.
You did what?
I already afterwards we had spoken, and I said like this will not happen again. Like if you're in a relationship, so I've already made that step.
And she probably was like, yeah, of course. And then y'all gonna travel again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to say, hey, I'm
Well, he
drinking.
said, yeah.
What?
He said, yeah. like why he sound like he didn't believe in himself enough to know that he wouldn't mess with that coworker again. Like, it sounded like he just doubted himself in that same instance of being like, yeah, I told her we're never doing this again. And then he's just like, yeah, we are gonna go on future work trips. Like, bro, what? Like I said, be okay with being alone, bro. Y'all need to learn that. Be okay with being alone. It's okay to mind your business. Like, and just chill.
I'm not drinking. And by the way, I went to Kelly's party the other night at this rad little bar that had a 90s cover band playing Pump Up the Jam and Poison covers. It was amazing. And I sang so loud I was hoarse. And I didn't have to drink. I went home and fell right to sleep, and I woke up not feeling like crap the next day. It's not because I'm better, because I just don't want tomorrow to suck. I don't want to ever forget to remember how good tomorrow's going to feel.
Right.
And I got to see Kelly on Monday and how hungover she was. And it was kind of, I'm playing. She wasn't hungover.
Kelly's one of his producers of the show. So
I don't drink.
I know.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah, for sure, man. That's definitely the common denominator. Is the alcohol, for sure. So.
And if you find yourself, here's what I'm asking you to do also. I'm asking you to go running, and I just took away both of your crutches.
Yeah.
Because you probably enter into a room with your flirty 25-year-old, still has a metabolism that works self, right?
Right.
And you probably grease every social situation you're in with a drink.
Yeah.
And you're probably, after 2 or 3 drinks, you get kind of Letterkenny on everybody, and you get real funny, and you get loud, right?
Yeah, I would say the full roundabout loud, but yeah, I would say.
Okay?
But, yeah.
So you're going to have to decide, I'm going to have my own value and worth at this table that is separate and apart from performing every time I get together with a group of people.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Y'all heard that?
You're going to have some get-togethers that are lonely. You're going to have some get-togethers that are quiet, that you feel like a kind of a dud, and that's okay. That's just you practicing. That I don't have to have 4 drinks and go, ah, and then be winking at this girl and then kind of, like, brush up against her while we're both getting drinks, and then she kind of, and then I'm not going to do that.
Like I said, mind your business. Just mind your business, bro. It's okay.
I'm gonna not
It's okay to be
forget
alone.
tomorrow. And I want to be a person I respect in the morning. And then you're going to have to go find connection. You have to get real friends. Not guys that give you stupid Bitcoin and Beanie Baby finance advice. And, bro, just hook up. Look around, bro. Hookup culture's killing everybody. Nobody's winning.
Facts.
Nobody.
Facts.
So be somebody that does it differently, man. Proud of you. Good on you for catching this at 25, man. You can change everything.
Hey, bro. He said it, bro. He literally said what I was already talking about, bro. Mind your business. Be okay with being alone. And it's going to be alright. Do a little bit of praying. Whoever you pray to. You don't even got to believe in God, bro. But just remember to not give your energy to just anybody. Keep your energy conservative, bro. Stay to yourself and chill, bro. It's okay. You don't got to be all around everywhere, bro. Now, I thought this was going to be a little bit more interesting. It was interesting, but I thought it was going to be like a little bit more drama. But that's okay. This was valid. This was good. This was great, actually. Because I feel like a lot of y'all need to hear this, bro. Remember that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself. And remember to conserve your energy, bro. Give your energy to those who deserve it. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all going to get more reactions. Last time I dropped a reaction video, I know it was a little while ago, but I promise I'm going to stay consistent with these, bro. The last reaction video I dropped, y'all went stupid. That was probably the most views I got in a minute. Yeah, it was definitely the most views I got in a minute. So I'm going to just go ahead and keep going with these reaction videos. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to mess with the last vlog that I dropped about hitting that car meet. I'm about to go to another one, but I don't even know if I'm going to record that just because the last video I dropped the car meet, it did poop. So I might not even drop no more car videos. I might just ride completely with the reaction videos. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'ma catch you in the next video.
She ain't holding me down. How your wife in the home and you shoulda knew better. All I chase is my liquor and cheddar.